everyone, welcome to Slater's Wrist Game. Today we're going to do a review of the Invicta Reserve Akula. This is a Swiss quartz chronograph. Now this is a watch I picked up back in March for $89.99, basically $90. And I thought it was a pretty good steal. And one of the reasons I picked it up was because of the colorway. I had an orange watch before. I really liked it. It was on a silicone strap. I didn't wear it that much. My brother saw it, he wanted it, he's wearing it now, he's enjoying it, at least he's enjoying it. So I said, I still want to get another orange watch, but this time I wanted an orange and black watch. So I just kept my eyes open for like a year, and I finally saw this one on sale for less than $100. I said, I'm gonna pick this up not only because of the look, but I do like the internals of the watch. So let's just go over the specs. So this is model number 45257. This watch has a movement is the ETA G10.212 quartz chronograph movement. So that's one of the things I liked about this watch. You do now, of course, ETA is owned, or ETA ETA, some people pronounce it ETA, is owned by the Swatch Group. And typically only companies in the Swatch Group are allowed to use ETA, like Mito, Tissot, Rado, Hamilton, and a few other companies. But there are still a few Invictas that have either 2892 or 2824 or this G10-212 or Value 7750s, and they were selling through the last of those watches, I think. So I said I wanted to go ahead and pick this up because it's one of those rare opportunities you'll be able to get a watch that's not part of a Swatch Group that actually has an ETA movement, okay? Nowadays, you see a lot of Solitas and watches that are outside of the Swatch Group. But this watch has a 50-millimeter case, which is measured horizontally, has a 15-millimeter height, a 55-millimeter lug to lug, and a 31-millimeter lug width that tapers down to 23.5 at the bottom of the strap, okay? This watch is 200 meters water resistance, which is great for a chronograph. Now, so there's it. So basically, this is my first Akula. Now, Invicta has over 30 collections. This is the first time I bought the Akula collection, and it looks a little bit different. The main Akula watch that I think of actually looks like a Patek Philippe Nautilus watch. It's an homage to the Patek Philippe Nautilus, but they do have a lot of different designs for the Akula. But overall, I think the collection was inspired mostly by the Patek Philippe Nautilus. But their designs actually appeal to me a lot. And the word Akula means Russian shark. And in Russia, they do have a class of submarines called the Akula submarines. So I definitely think the word Akula is just simply Russian for shark. All right, just give you a little information. So let's just look at the crystal. So this watch is protected. Well, let's look at the dial, but the dial is protected by a flame fusion crystal, which is a mineral crystal with a thin layer of sapphire. This watch here has the dial is a tuxedo style dial. You have vertical lines on the main part of the dial, and the sub dials has diagonal lines. You see stick hour markers on the dial, and you have a date window at the 4 o'clock and 3 sub dials. There's a perpetual seconds at the 6 o'clock, 1/10 of a second sub dial at the 3 o'clock, and an hour sub dial at the 9 o'clock. You have the word Invicta Reserve at the 12 o'clock and Swiss movement at the 6 o'clock. You can see that. Okay. So yeah, this watch here is a Invicta Reserve, which basically means it's supposed to be like a higher level of Invicta, and most Invicta Reserve watches have like a $200 starting price most of the time. So to get it for $100, I was happy. For $90, I was happy with that. And this watch is not Swiss made, it's Swiss movement. So basically this watch, the movement is from Switzerland, but it was encased in China. It's probably what drove the price down. Okay. When you look at the side of the case, you see Invicta on the logo, and the side of the case has this high polished finish. The top of this case has more of a brush finish. There is this black bezel, and it is a stationary bezel with some vertical brushing, okay? So I do like the finishing on the case. It is a stainless steel case. The crown here is a screw down crown, and it is signed with the Invicta Reserve logo. You have the pushers. And let's just go ahead and take a look at the chronograph action while we can. We'll let it run maybe 10 seconds. Okay, so pretty good chronograph action. We'll go ahead and reset. Okay. All right, so yeah, so let's look at the strap here. You got this, once again, you got this strap, there's 31 at the top, 10 sizing holes. It goes down to 23.5 millimeters. Here's the back part of the strap. You see the Invicta contour technology stated here, and you see the Invicta logo here. Here's the other strap here where you got the two keepers, and you got the Invicta. So the Invicta logo is all over this watch. They really did some good branding on this one. Here is the case back. There's this tuxedo design again with these vertical lines. You see the word Invicta Akula Reserve, and you see for the few who know best. So I think that's the motto for Invicta Reserve, is for the few who know best. You see all the other information on the back of the watch, on the case back. This watch has a screw down case back, which is what I love. So because this is a quartz watch, when it's time to change the battery, it will be very easy. And I'm gonna try to stick to buying quartz watches that have screw down case backs if I can help it. Okay, but overall, what do I think of this watch? Well, the pros are that you got a watch with a Swiss movement for under $100. Basically, you got a watch that's 200 meters water resistance with a screw down crown, screw down case back, and it's good for a chronograph. The silicone strap is very soft, and this watch is very comfortable, very lightweight. I enjoy wearing this watch. They did a good job on the strap. Speaking of that, here's the buckle with the Reserve logo on the buckle. Okay, I forgot to mention that. And so those are the big three. I think there's the comfort, the price, for what you're getting, which is a watch with a Swiss chronograph movement, and the screw down crown and the water resistant screw down case back. I think that all makes this a good value proposition. The only negative I would think is the case size. For a lot of people, it is 50 millimeters case diameter and 55 millimeter lug to lug. Now, a lot of Invicta collectors can wear this because they like to wear the larger watches, but a lot of people might have problems with it. All right, now let me go ahead and do a wrist shot. So right now I'm wearing my Invicta Pro Diver. This is a watch I bought in January of 2020 for $40. This is the first Invicta I bought when I started collecting. So this watch has a lot of sentimental value. So let me take this off the wrist and we'll look at the wrist shot. So just give me a second, all right? Just bear with me for a minute. Kind of zoom out a little bit so you can get a better look at my wrist for the wrist shot. Put this to the side. We'll try this out. Now my wrist is 7 1/4 inches, which is about 18 centimeters, okay? So I think a lot of guys have like a 7 or a 7 1/4 inch wrist. All right, get this on here. All right, so just do a wrist roll. So we start here. So looks pretty good on my wrist. Like I said, 50 millimeter case with a 55 millimeters lug to lug. Is right out toward the edge of my wrist. Try to get like a more of a down the barrel shot if I can. So you guys can kind of see what it looks like on my wrist, so you can kind of get an idea of how it might look on your wrist. All right, but actually I love this watch. It is very comfortable. Swiss chronograph movement. The chronograph action is very good. I got a Rado Hyperchrome chronograph that cost me $600, but it's a completely Swiss made though. But still a Swiss chronograph movement from an ETA for like $90. I think this is pretty good. So that concludes this video, guys. Please continue to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, and I will bring you guys another video soon. All right, thanks, and enjoy your day.